In this video, we're going to look at solving harder trigonometric equations. So if we take sine 2x equals 0.4751, we want to solve between x is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 360 degrees. So the first thing to notice is we've got x in our range, but we need 2x. So the first thing we ought to do is to work out a new range. So we double x, so 0 times 2 is 0. And 360 times 2 is 720 degrees. So the examiner is very clear that this is the range I'm now going to be working with. So we solve this by saying 2x is equal to arc sine 0.4751. And we can solve that here. So we can do shift sine 0.4751, and that will give me 28.4 degrees. So now we can draw the cast diagram. And say, where is sine positive? Well, it's positive here. So we've got 28.4. Positive there. 28.4 degrees. And don't forget, we always measure angles from an anti-clockwise sense. So that's our second solution. So 2x is 180 minus 28.4 degrees. That gives me 151.6. So, because we're going to 720, when we go around the cast diagram once, that's 360. So we're going to do 360 plus 28.4 is the next solution. So 360 plus 28.4 degrees. And that will give me 388.4. And then now we're going to do 360 plus 180 will give me 540. So that's going to give me 540 minus 28.4 degrees. $511.6. So now what we're going to do is write out all the solutions for 2x. So we get 28.4 degrees. Now we've got 151.6 degrees. $388.4 degrees and 511.6 degrees. So we now divide everything by 2. So we get 28.4 divided by 2 gives me 14.2 degrees. 151.6 divided by 2 gives me 75.8. Then 388.4 divided by 2 is 194.2. And then 511.6 divided by 2, which is 255.8 degrees. Here's a question for you to try. You can pause the video. When you're done, I will go through my work solution. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is work out a new range. So 3x is going to be 0 times 3 is 0. 360 times 3 is 1080. So we call this our new range. So the first thing we ought to do is to do arc cos 0.5196. So we can do that on our calculator. So arc cos 0.5196 here. And that's going to give me 58.7 degrees. So now we can draw the cast diagram. And say cosine is positive in the first quadrant, positive in the fourth quadrant, so our second solution is 3x is 360 minus 58.7 degrees. So 360 minus 58.7 degrees, which is 301.3 degrees. So the beauty of the cast diagram is we can go around it as many times as we like. So when we go around it once, it's 360. So the next solution is 360 plus 58.7 degrees. So we can work that out on our calculator. That's 360 plus 58.7. So it's 418.7 degrees. So our next solution is going to be 720 minus 58.7 degrees. We can work that out on our calculator. So 720 minus 58.7, which gives me 661.3 degrees. So then we're going to do 720 plus 58.7. So we can work that out here. So it's 720 plus 58.7, which gives me 778.7 degrees. And then lastly, we're going to do 3x is 1080 minus 58.7 degrees. And we get 1080 minus 58.7 degrees. So that gives me 1021.3. 1021.3 degrees. So now we can write everything out in terms of 3x. So we get 58.7 degrees. The next solution is going to be 301.3 degrees. So 301.3 degrees. Then we're going to get 418.7 degrees. 661.3 degrees, 778.7 degrees, and 1021.3 59.3 degrees. So now we can just divide everything by 3 to get the answers we need. So 58.7 divided by 3 gives me 19.6 degrees. Then we're going to do 301.3 divided by 3, which gives me 100.4 degrees. .7 divided by 3 gives me 139.6 degrees. Then we do 661.3 divided by 3, which gives me 220.4 degrees. Then we're going to do 778.7 divided by 3, and that will give me 259.6 degrees. 259.6 degrees. And then we're going to do 1021.3 divided by 3, which is 340.4 degrees.